Okay, we're going. Excuse me. No, it's fine. No one's here yet. So, hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Reading Comments. What is this, 53? Is this seriously 53? We've done 53 of these? This is insane. Anyway, welcome, everybody. Hello, it is IARESMART. That's the thing I say. Oh, come on. You guys are probably worried there. I didn't say my thing. Anyway, so yeah, I got a green screen. Look at this. It's pretty cool. Look at that. That's like, I could like put anything behind me. I put all sorts of things right behind me. It's super cool. Oh, let me get the music going for you. I can't hear it. It's going. Okay, there we go. But another cool thing with this, like I can swap over, and like look at this. It doesn't work perfectly because I don't have the best lighting in here, and just because of the way I have to set everything up. But it's really cool. Like look at this. Look at that. I'm like in my own little box, but like you can see what's behind me, which is nice. I thought this would be nice for these streams and for other stuff too. So yeah, I can just have that behind me, and I'll actually I think I can. What's the how do I is it this? I'm just gonna go into settings for a second. I think because yeah oh no it's not that, it's effect. I have to go to filters. Yep, and then I can just like turn this off for a second. Show you. Look at this. Look at the green screen. See it? So yeah, it's a screen that is green, and it's really nice. This is a Elgato one. So it just like I just pull it up and pull it down, and it's in this nice little container. It's super nice. It's super cool, and I really like it. So yeah, that's my new green screen. Hello there, Ironesia. Welcome to the live stream. It's super awesome time here. I've been going for like 2 minutes and nothing's happened yet. Anyway, what was I gonna say? July. It's the last day of July already. That's kind of crazy. I didn't upload any videos this week. I did last week. I thought that was a pretty fun video last week, and we'll see some comments from that. Oh my goodness, I got hair in my eye. Ah, of course. Whatever, I'll just deal with it for the 40 minutes or whatever this live stream takes. Some cool stuff in this month. I don't know really how else to segue into this, but I did a Bricklink order. I got some cool stuff. I was working on a mock, and I got this guy. Look at this. I got this. I bought this torso, and I was like, I'm gonna put that on a stormtrooper. That would be funny. So you see that? Yeah, that's literally me, guys. That's what I look like. Definitely. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's from like one of the Indiana Jones sets. Or the buyer I bought it from had a bunch of other Indiana Jones figures, and I'm pretty sure there was that bald guy that like Indiana Jones punches in the face. Anyway, face reveal stream. It's not a face reveal. Why do you guys keep saying that? Anyway, I also got these two. I never had any Imperial Royal Guards, and I saw one had 2 of them. They're brand new, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll buy those. They're pretty cool. Again, like I had to buy parts for a mock, and then I was just like looking at all the other stuff they had. I'm like, oh, I want this. This is why I love Bricklink. Anyway, I also got Iden Versio. Yeah, because they made this one set, and I never got it back in the day when Battlefront 2 was coming out. I think it was what 2018. Do you have a UCS ISD Lego set? I wish I did. I do not though, because that thing is like it's like this big. It's huge. Anyway. Do you collect any Black Series figs? I do not. I think getting a second sister one would be cool though. So, if any of you have one, send it to me. I'll like open a PO box, just give it to me for free. That'd be awesome. Anyway, no, I don't know. I know of they make a lot of Black Series figures. They're cool, little action figures, and they're detailed and stuff. But I don't know. No, I'm more of a Lego collector. So, but yeah, I got all sorts of stuff. These are just the ones I had on my desk here. So I like to just have little minifigures because I like to go, ooh, it's very easy to get distracted when I'm trying to do work. I've been busy. I got a video I'm working on. So yeah, welcome everybody in. We're gonna do reading comments now. Yeah, so let me switch back over. We're going to do that. Okay, so sweet. So this is the first comment I got lined up. We ready? Let's just get right into it. I got other stuff to do today. So much respect for doing impressions and not using AI. That's why I keep coming back to this channel. Thank you, Pancakes Trouble 2429 for the nice comment. Very nice of you to say that. Yeah, I get a lot. I regularly get a lot of these comments, but they're always nice when I get them. People being like, "Hey, I like the impressions you do." I know I got to do more. I haven't done much. I did like, did I do any voice me? I think I did something this month. What did I do this month? I upload what videos did I upload this month? Just a second. I'm actually gonna look. It doesn't seem like I uploaded that many videos in July. I'm actually gonna check. So gonna open YouTube. I got the app on my phone. I can look at my analytics and stuff. So content. What did I do this month? I know I did the turnip stream. That was fun. That was actually really fun. Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. That was fun. I like when we did that. So, yeah, I uploaded the Jurassic World review, the Big Bombay Bill, and directed. I only uploaded 3 videos this month. I was kind of slow. To be fair, I spent a lot of time that I would have spent working on videos for this channel, making one video that's not even done yet for the IR Dark channel. I'm still working on that. It's a big Fallout 4 video. It took me like 25 hours just of gameplay, and I have to pour through all that and edit it into a video, so it's taken a while. How long will the stream be? As long as it takes. I don't know. You wear a Stormtrooper mount, does that mean you have the full suit? No. For years I've been like, I need to get the rest of the Stormtrooper outfit, but then I'm like, oh, yeah, it's like $1,000 each. So I'm like, it's fine enough like this, I guess. I got this on sale way back in the day. I don't know if you can even get these anymore. This is a Black Series helmet. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I love my Stormtrooper helmet. And I am watching Better Call Saul. It's true. I also got that taking up my time. I finished the first season of Better Call Saul last night. It was really good. Really good. I'm really enjoying it. So, when collab with Theory? Never. Hopefully. Anyway. Okay. So, next comment. There we go. I knew this video's Calkite section would be foliated. I love the Calkite puns, guys. Is Calkite still funny? Is Andor still funny? I feel like Andor is just like. That's the thing, like, Star Wars, I like, you know, when Andor was going on, Star Wars booming, all my videos were getting tons of views, it was like, oh, awesome, Star Wars is back, and now it's like midsummer, and it's like, Star Wars is just dead again, which sucks. It really sucks. It honestly really sucks, because it was so nice for a short bit of time earlier this year, and I was like, yeah, Star Wars is popular again, yay, and here we are now. So, yeah, it's whatever, I get it, but I don't know. But no, the Calcite. I kind of wanted to make another one of these funny, like, YouTube poop edits, but I don't know if anyone would watch them anymore. I feel like it's kind of died off, but maybe, I don't know. This YouTube poop made me notice the incredible hip wiggle Ben does when Krennic says, "Not the most unique thing in Gorman." I love that. I love that whole bit. Like, as it turns out, spiders are not the most unique thing in Gorman. It's such a fun scene. I love Ben Mendelsohn. I'm so glad they got him back to play Krennic. And he had so much fun playing the character, you can just tell. I love it. For next May 2026, would you read the entire Palpatine Senate speech in your Palpatine voice? Palpatine Senate speech? Which one is that? Is that the one where he says, "I love democracy," or are we talking about the one where he says, "the tyranny of the Jedi"? How does it go? I actually can't. I'm top of my head. I can't remember it. The Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire for a safe and secure society. So yeah, no, that's what he says. I think that's what you meant by speech. That's the more iconic speech. Other than, you know, the one where he's like, "Thank you for granting me these emergency powers. I will definitely give them up when the time comes. I'm definitely not going to hold on to them forever. I wouldn't do that because I love democracy." You know, that's his other speech. "The attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed." There's so many fun things he says. It's so fun to do that. Anyway. She deep on my Calkite until I substrates. Yeah, that's, no. Anyone else want to try again? Would anyone else like to make an attempt at this? Because that's not right. No, you didn't. That's no. You were close. You were close, but no, not correct. So, anyway, I hope that wasn't too loud. I put that button on there, and I'm like, I'll turn the volume down a bit on that. So, yeah, it's an extremely loud, incorrect buzzer. So you should expect it. But like, sorry if any of you were wearing headphones there and I just scared you. But yeah, no, this I'm like, you're close, but I don't. It doesn't work. You know, it's I don't know. Oh, we gods, my Calkite is ruined. Now, what if I would purchase Calkite alternatives and disguise it as my own Calkite? Delightfully devilish, Krennic. So fun. I got so many fun comments on this. The Calkite. It was just such a random thing for us to latch onto. But I mean, I don't know. That's just the Star Wars community. I love it when we do stuff like that. Oh, this video. I get a lot of comments on this video lately. You could have easily added the lightsaber sound effect, but the fact that you went swoosh is 1,000 times better. Yeah. When I made this video, I don't think I even wrote a script for it. I just kind of had a vague idea of what I wanted to do, and then I was like, oh, yeah, Ray, I'm like your grandpa, and anyway, I need you to kill me. I need you to kill me so that I can move my spirit into you. It was really ridiculous, because I was just upset at the Rise of Skywalker for being stupid. Anyway, so I made that video, and then while I was like recording all the lines, I was like, oh, in this part, you know, she pulls out her lightsaber, so I need to add a swoosh sound effect. So I went pew, and then I didn't add the effect later, and I just forgot to, but it was way funnier in the end, because he's like, she pulls out her lightsaber, pew. Like, I don't know. It was funny. If any of you who have seen that video, it was a good time. Did you notice that the Acolyte has better lightsaber duel scenes than the sequels? I guess it depends which ones you compare to. The sequel fights are not as bad as people say they are. The choreography could be better in a lot of ways. But yeah, the Acolyte definitely had really good choreography. That was never an issue I mean, probably some people complained about it, but the main things people were complaining about with the Acolyte were like, oh, it's so woke, it's so stupid, and it was, but like, I love the lightsaber fight scenes, and I think a lot of people agreed that, yeah, they were good. It's just, my thing with the Acolyte was always, it was alright, but it wasn't good enough to justify, this show was amazing, you need to watch it. It was just like, yeah, it's pretty good. And so, because it was just kind of then the people who actually hated it just got to hate on it and trample over it, and it just kind of got forgotten, so, yeah. Anyway. You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away. So it's one of my favorite lines in Star Wars, simply because of the funny point. Like, I don't know what it is about the camera angle, but like Vader doing this looks so funny to me every time. You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away. I love it. I don't know what it is. It's something about it. I love the direction there. It was very funny. Oh, what the heck? Okay, I got a long comment here. But yeah, so years ago, I made a video talking about why Luke's plan to rescue Han Solo makes no sense. I still stand by that. So, look, I don't remember what I said at this point, but let's assume Jabba doesn't have the Force. And Leia frees Han, no problem, okay? So is Lando and Chewie getting the droids? Did Boushh walk up to the new guard and communicate anything? Why is Lando here? Why give your lightsaber to R2? What is Lando doing? Why are the droids captive for no reason? What is Lando doing? Why does Boushh need to bring Chewie? Boushh is a reasonably famous bounty hunter. Why can't they just stop by and hang out? What is Lando up to? Seriously, why is he there? He has no reason to be there. Okay, so Leia's very first night at Jabba's palace. She rescues Han, despite Lando being there for days, weeks, and somehow Jabba just knew that Leia was Boushh in disguise, despite her speaking perfect Ubis. I didn't know that was a language. And yet Lando's cover, which is much weaker, I mean literally it's just that mask, remains unbroken until he takes off his helmet and ambushes a fellow skiff guard. I 1000% agree with everything here. Luke acting like R2 shooting a lightsaber out of the skiff plank was any part of the plan is ridiculous. He force pulls a blaster out of a guy's holster because R2 has his lightsaber. He uses a bone in the mouth of the Rancor because R2 has his lightsaber. What, was the Rancor not in your Force vision, Luke? Yeah, this crash out was, yeah, like, it's such a weird, just thrown together scene. I really like the ending of Return of the Jedi. Everything else in Return of the Jedi I don't like, but still, it's one of my top favorite Star Wars movies because of the ending. So, I don't know what it is. Yeah. Would you agree that nothing satisfies every Star Wars? Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I think a lot of people miss about Star Wars. You don't have to like everything. And in fact, you shouldn't like everything. Like what you like about Star Wars and let other people like what they like. Again, I know that's just we can all just get along, you know, cheesy weezy, you know, all that sort of sentiment. But still, like, generally, the great thing about Star Wars, I'll always say this, is that there's so much to appeal to so many different people. You like comics, we got comics. You like video games, we got video games. You like movies, we got movies. We got all this types of Star Wars content for you to enjoy. You like doing cosplay, you can do cosplay, you know? There's so much Star Wars to do, and it can appeal to so many different people. So that's why it's just always, it's very special to me. Because, I mean, I don't like every aspect of Star Wars. There's so much of it, and so much of it is just kind of meh. But, like, the stuff that is really good and that appeals, you know, to the individual, whatever appeals to me, what appeals to you, that's what makes it special. So, yeah, there's the stuff we can all agree, oh, this is really good, this is really bad. But, I don't know, we all got our different things that we like. So, yeah. So, obviously, yeah, nothing in Star Wars is going to satisfy every fan. Every time they make a new Star Wars thing, it's going to appeal to some people and not to others. But it just kind of sucks when something like Skeleton Crew comes out, and which is appealed more to families and young kids, and it really hit with, families and young kids, and they were like, this is great, I watched this show with my kids and I loved it. But you have some other Star Signs like, this show sucked, it was so boring, I didn't like it. And it was like, okay, well, it wasn't for you. Like, you can still watch it and, get some enjoyment out of it, but like, just recognize that not everything is going to be made for, 20, 30-year-old men, all right? Like, not everything in Star Wars is for us, necessarily, so. The final lecture from the Jedi in the Throne Room makes it my favorite OT Star Wars movie, although obviously Empire is just better. Yeah, that's the thing. Obviously, Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie. I don't know. Like, I don't like it as much. Maybe it's just because I've seen it so many times, and, like, I know that it's the best. So it just kind of takes away from the enjoyment value for me. So I really haven't watched it in a while. But, yeah, no, Empire, it's good. Obviously, it's a good movie, but it's not always, like, my favorite movie or the one I want to watch. So, I don't know. Anyway, oh yeah, this. Your editing powers have doubled since the last time we met IARESMART. It's because I didn't edit the video. Still bad at editing. I had a friend of mine edit this video, and I think she did a really good job. I was really happy with it. The video did not get many views at all, which didn't surprise me. I mean, I made the video came out like a week after the movie came out, and I don't think many people care about my opinions on the new Jurassic movie. I just want to talk about it, and I got to have my friend edit the video, which is nice. And I did pay her. I did pay her. Not nearly as the video did not make nearly as much money, but it's whatever. It's because it's fine. So, but no, it was fun. It was fun to work with somebody else on a video and just see how someone else would edit one of my videos. And I think a lot of stuff she did was really fun and really surprised me. So that was really cool to see. So yeah, check out this video if you guys haven't. A lot of really fun editing in it because I didn't do it, and so maybe we'll have another video like that in the future. I don't know. I don't really like, because like the other content I do, like I can, like the voiceover, like voice stuff. I do my own editing for that. And I don't think I would really need someone else to. But something for this, like with this video, I was working on it and I was like, I'm not really planning on doing an editing. And then my friend reached out and was like, hey, I could edit this for you. And I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'll see what you do with it. And I'm like, whoa, it's way more than I would have done. So I don't know. It was really cool. I didn't watch the video because I haven't seen the movie. That's fair. That's fair. The first part of it, though, I don't talk spoilers. So if you just want to watch the first part, if you're just curious. But I mean, yeah, do whatever you want. I'm not going to force you to watch my videos. I sense the modern day sarcasm is heavy in this one. The population of Gorman is... Wait, why are people still talking about Gorman? Why are you wasting your time with Gorman? Make the Empire great again. Yes. I do have to do a little bit of political satire from now and then. We gotta... the great thing about current events is that, like, so much is happening these days that there's just enough happening that, like, occasionally I'm like, I can put a Star Wars twist on that. I was just sitting on a couch, and this came to me. I was sitting there, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's this new bill in the government, that's pretty big. Wait! I can make a Star Wars joke about this. So yeah, I don't think it was the best put together thing, but it was actually this video that made me decide to get the green screen. Because I was working on this, and I'm like, it'd be super cool if I could edit like a newsroom behind me or something like that, because it would look better than my normal background, because it's supposed to be like I'm a Star Wars news reporter, right? And I did that for the first scene. I had like a newsroom behind me because I had a program, my editing software, that like it uses like AI to like remove the background, or like, ooh, we got this new AI feature. Everything has to be throwing AI in your face. Anyway. It does the green screen effect without having to need a green screen, which is nice, but it still looked really rough. And I had to sit there. It was like a 2-second clip, or maybe like 10 seconds. It was like a 10-second clip. It took like 10 minutes to like completely render that one effect. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is gonna take like hours. So I was like, screw it, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, I can just get a green screen and have the effect immediately, and it'll just work fine. So yeah. Anyway, so tangent over. This is why I don't like editing. Because it's like, oh, I want to do this really cool thing. And then I'm like, oh, this will take literally hours. Even if I have a really nice computer and a pretty good editing software, like, it's just going to take a while, because that's just how editing works. So I just don't like it. Why am I away? I don't like editing, all right? Nothing happened in Gorman on 1BBY yet. It's like Tiananmen Square Massacre. You can't say it on the Imperial HoloNet, or else you'll get banned. Oh yeah, censorship. That's a big topic of note these days. I don't know if I want to get into that. Anyway, Jabba the Hutt. Are we still talking about...
Jabba the Hutt, are we still talking about that creep? You know, Jeddah and Scarif have been tragically destroyed in mining disasters, and we're still talking about Jabba.
That's so fun. I did want to make some joke to that vein, but I wasn't really sure which character to use. I think Jabba's a pretty close. I mean, Jabba the Hutt doesn't have an island or like his own planet, but I guess Tatooine, you know, it's kind of, he has his own palace. So, anyway, this was actually really interesting. So someone was like, "Hey, can we please not use AI?" Then I used a clip. I used a screenshot from Skeleton Crew, because in Skeleton Crew, you know, spoilers for those who haven't seen it, but there's like a shot of a big bank vault, right? And I just was like, all right, here's a screenshot from the show. That's a Star Wars, and I was talking about money, so I'm like, you know, it was relevant to what I was talking about. But someone was like, hey, this is an AI screenshot. And I looked at it again, I'm like, oh, that does kind of look AI. So now I'm wondering if they actually did use AI for that shot in Skeleton Crew. Like, I don't think they would. I mean, I was looking at it and I could see it either way. It's harder and harder to tell if it was like actually watching the scene on Disney Plus and just seeing that one screenshot. So I don't know. I'm really curious now. So this was just a comment that got pointed out to me, and I'm like, oh, I actually don't know if that's AI or not. So that's kind of scary. It's like, is Disney using AI to help edit in their stuff? Probably. I mean, everyone's using AI to some extent, but like, I don't know. I mean, like I just mentioned, I had that AI feature in my editing software, but I stopped using it because it was taking too long. So yeah. And my stance on AI is still like, I don't like it for taking the place of creative stuff, but in something where it can like help, like, you know, masking out something in an editing software, that's super great. I mean, Photoshop has been using AI for years. Like I used to make the thumbnail where it like detects, oh, this is you, and masks out you for stuff. So again, there's some people are like, oh, don't use anything AI, but it's like there's so much other AI stuff. So my thing is just like, if I'm gonna do a voice, I'm gonna record my own voice rather than an AI voice. And for images, I'd rather find an actual image than just generate, you know, AI images. So I don't know. Oh yeah, 1 million views. 1 million views in this video. It's not the first one, because I got 1 million views on Revenge of the Sith if Anakin was smart. But 1 million views on this, and I love this video. This has a special place in my heart. Like every couple days, or you know, sometimes even multiple times a day, I'll get a comment on this saying, this video is so funny. So it's great. I love it. Anyway. So yeah, and then I got some other nice comments, like just talking about this video. It's really nice. So I have 2 videos now on this channel that have 1 million views. I'm hoping soon that'll happen on the IARESMART channel, because that'd be pretty cool. But yeah. Oh, by the way, on the topic of AI, I love that clankers have become a widespread slur. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it, because I feel like I just see videos now of like, you know, like some like little like robot, you know, running around at Walmart, and people are like, oh, clanker, 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 clanker. It's like, it's not funny if you just say it. Like, come on, man, use it well, all right? If you're gonna use it, like just think of, don't just say, like, I don't know, because obviously it comes from Star Wars, right? It's from Star Wars, you know, it's what they call the battle droids, right? And then it was a joke of, oh, years ago it was like, oh, you can't say the hard R, you know, that's their word, you know, it was a joke there, saying clanker, but now it's just like, just because AI and people like make fun of robots, it's like, oh, clanker, 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 haha. It's like, I don't know. It's like, do something more with it, people. Be more creative with your jokes, all right? If we're gonna start saying slurs at robots, be more creative, all right? That's all I ask, all right? Like, sure, I don't know. It's just, I think it's funny that like a word from Star Wars has become relevant in real life, but I don't know. Thoughts on the Fortnite event on Saturday? Do I look like I play Fortnite, alright? Please tell me I don't look like I play Fortnite, because I don't, alright? What event happened, alright? Jeez. Like, I know, I occasionally will see something in Fortnite, like they added new Fantastic Four skins. That's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, they did the same in Marvel Rivals, which I haven't even been playing that much anymore. I played like nothing of this season. I kind of just got really bored of it. I've put quite a few hours in that game in some of the first couple seasons, but I've just accepted the fact that I am garbage at the game and I'm never gonna be good at it. I spent so long like, if I just keep trying at this ranked thing, I'm gonna be able to solo my way all the way up, and like I've got gold 3. It's the highest I've gotten, and then the rank resets and I'm back in bronze 3, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not doing ranked anymore. I hate this. Every time I play this, I hate myself. I hate the game. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this to myself. I don't need to be good at ranked video games for my self-worth. I don't need to do that, all right? I don't like it. I'm not going to do it. Anyway. This is funny. I had someone say, this is bull. And I said, okay. and then they said lol. So, funny little interaction that happened. I don't know what I did to make them upset. Maybe they were just rage baiting, but yeah, guys, if anyone ever tries to rage bait you, it's all you gotta do. Okay? That's all you gotta do. Just be, just whatever. Just don't even care. Scientist, it's over, Snickers. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power. Yeah, the frickin' Snickers route. I'm still upset about this. It's the stupidest plot point in any movie ever. Nearly ruined this entire movie for me. In the first 5 minutes. Sorry, I kind of spoiled. But again, it's the first 5 minutes of this movie. The stupidest thing ever happens. I hate it. Oh, it's so ridiculous. Oh, you sweet innocent child. Padme, Naboo, bees? What? What? I don't get the joke. You're either intentionally being silly, or you just actually did not get it. Oh, you sweet innocent child. Anyway, I love how this has both Lanter's pitch and Hayden's flat effect for the Anakin voice. Wasn't really intentional. But yeah, I kind of just do my Anakin voice like this, which I guess kind of does sound like it does sound kind of like both. I kind of hear it now. Yeah, I haven't done it in a while. It's a bit because I've done it a bit differently. Sometimes I do more like, oh, why am I talking like this? And sometimes I will try to do more like this, more like Anakin, rather than so whiny. But I go back and forth. So, yeah. But no, I think I've said this before. I just like Matt Lanter Anakin voice more than I like Hayden Christensen Anakin voice. I just think the way Matt Lanter voices the character in animation, I think it works a lot better than Hayden does acting. That might be a hot take, but like, I just like Clone Wars Anakin more than I like movie Anakin. I feel like he's more of a character, if that makes sense. I don't know. Okay, so we're getting on to this thing. I made a community post with a gif of a droid getting pulled apart in a torture chamber, and I was like, what Star Wars opinion has got you like this? So basically just asking for hot takes, and I got a lot of juicy ones, a lot of fun ones. I got some really boring ones where someone said the prequels are good, and I'm like, okay, well that's just not true. Sure, go ahead and say what you want. Like, the sequels are bad. That's not a hot take. Give me hot takes. Say like The Last Jedi is the best movie or something like that. Give me a hot take. Come on, anyway. But this was fun. Not really a hot take, but just an interesting thing someone said. The Acolyte is the third best live-action show behind The Andor and The Mandalorian. And that's just true because so many of the Star Wars shows suck. Like, let's think about it, right? Andor, obviously at the top. Next up is Mandalorian, because it's good, except for its third season, but still, it gets the second spot. Because under that, we have The Acolyte, which is pretty bad. It's just mid, like I said earlier, it's just mid. And then we have, what? Ahsoka, terrible. We have The Book of Boba Fett, terrible. We have Kenobi. Actually, I'd probably give that the number 4 spot, it's not that bad. And then we have... What are the other live-action shows? Are there more I'm forgetting about? Probably. That might genuinely be it. It's just because they're just not good. They're just generally not very good. So yeah. The inhibitor chips are a lame cop-out. Yes, I actually agree with this one. It was better when the clones consciously betrayed the Jedi. It removed the moral ambiguity and gets rid of that just following orders aspect that makes it more tragic. Yeah, because like, I like it better that, the clones are like, hey, we're gonna fight with you Jedi, don't worry, we got you. And then they're just told, hey, kill them. And then they're like, okay, those are the orders, and they have to kill them. Rather than they have a chip in their brain forcing them to follow that order. I don't know. It's like, it gives it more, like, I don't know. Like what they were saying here, Because it gets real, the greeniness of it. Not that Star Wars needs to be dark and edgy all the time, but it's just, it makes it more meaningful, I think, rather than just, I feel like the reason they did the inhibitor chips is because in the Clone Wars show, they spent so long humanizing the clones and showing their relationship with the Jedi, instead of making it, which I think would have made it all the more tragic, but instead they're just like, well, we kind of like the clones, and we don't want to make them the bad guys just all of a sudden, so we're just going to give them the inhibitor chips to justify why they changed. It's like, I don't know, I don't like that as much, so, I don't know. Just kind of interesting thought, and it's not something I never really thought of, but as soon as I haven't really thought of it much, but I was reading this, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's a really good point. It's been in the back of my mind forever, so. Oh, this one I really like. I've said this before, but the sequel era is redeemable. We just need more good material of that era, and it might be the prequel treatment where people start, think it's bad, and then it gets salvaged. So this has been something I've been saying for years. I think Disney was trying to do this for a while, but I think they've kind of given up on it, unfortunately. Like, we had, Bad Batch, which was trying to, like, build up the explaining how Palpatine, got a clone of himself that didn't work out, and they also did that somewhat in The Mandalorian. They did so many things where they were trying to build up to try and justify the Rise of Skywalker for existing, which I think is the biggest problem, the fact that the Rise of Skywalker exists. But, like, so much of that stuff from that era I think is really cool and could have expanded on. Like, show us more of, why did the Resistance exist? Why is it that the New Republic was like, hey, we don't need a military, and then a group formed from Leia, like, hey, we need a resistance. We need, in case, like, this First Order becomes a big issue, which they obviously did. So, I don't know. But then at the same time, people were pointing out with Andor how we have this super, like, interesting story about how Luthen and all these rebels worked to, crumble this fascist empire from building it up from very small, only for another fascist empire to just show up 30 years after they defeated it. And it's like, yeah, that does kind of suck. So, anyway. Would you agree that Disney Star Wars performs better when they make their own original content and not based on George's story? Yes. 100% yes. Okay, not 100% yes, because I think, like, Andor is still, like, inherently connected to Star Wars. But I agree that, specifically, Disney Star Wars is better when they're not trying to pander to fans. Because what happens when they try to pander to fans? We get Book of Boba Fett. We get Kenobi. We get, people want to see these characters doing cool stuff. But when they make more creative ideas, like The Mandalorian, who would ask for a show about some random Mandalorian guy we never heard of? And that show ended up amazing. Okay, what is this? We need IARESMART in Padawan Ahsoka's outfit or a maid outfit? No, what is this? No, okay, no. No, okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not thinking about it, no. This is such a good reaction. This was a fun video. I don't know. I got the green screen. I was like, what's a video I could do? I had this idea, and I'm like, yeah, sure, that'll be funny. Just kind of like imagine that I'm in the 70s, a YouTuber in the 70s. That makes sense. Just like reacting to a new movie trailer that came out. Just in my house. Do you guys know that people used to have to go to a movie theater to watch movie trailers? They could just look them up online. People. I remember. Apparently, I wasn't alive. But I remember reading that, like, there was some movie that came out in, like, the summer of, like, 98 or something, or maybe I think it was 1998, that had the trailer for The Phantom Menace. People would go to that movie over and over again just to watch the trailer for Phantom Menace, because that's how excited people were for it. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's just a crazy thing, I think. But anyway, this video is, like, just reacting to the original Star Wars trailer, because I've watched it before, and I was like, wow, that kind of sucks. It's not a very good trailer. Because they weren't really done with the movie yet. They weren't done with all the special effects. And again, people didn't really expect this movie to be good. So it was just kind of it's not that good of a trailer. So it's really interesting to react to it as someone would react to a modern trailer and be like, yeah, this looks like it sucks. If you do, I'll five you money. You'll five me money? Like you'll give me $5? What do you mean? It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna have to be a lot more than that to get me to wear a maid outfit, alright? Anyway. This was a fun hot take. Going back to hot takes. At least 80% of Star Wars is hot garbage. Yeah, I wouldn't say hot garbage, but like at least 80% of Star Wars is less than mediocre, I would say. Mediocre or worse, which is just like there's the 20% that's exceptional. But then there's so much, like, if you can not just like talk about the movies, but the shows. There's comics and books and all this other stuff. And not all of it can be good, alright? And, like, especially, like, how many Star Wars games there are. Like, there are a ton of... Not saying that like, Star Wars games are bad, but there's some ones that are just kind of eh. So, because there's so many. Anyway. So yeah, just... It is a weird... Kind of like going back to what I was saying earlier about, like, Star Wars... Different Star Wars are going to appeal to different people. But also, just in general, there is so much Star Wars content, not all of it can be good. And not all of it is good, so... I don't know if it's 80%, but yeah. Yeah, this movie looks terrible. It won't make any money. I'm glad you all guys got the joke and went along with it. That was very nice. So thank you all for those of you who commented like, yeah, this movie looks terrible. It's going to be bad. Because some people were saying at the time, before Star Wars came out, like the people who like saw early screenings were like, this is going to be terrible. No one's going to watch this. Because the people who watched it were focusing on like the bad dialogue and the actual problems of the movie that still exist. But when the movie finally came out, they had all the special effects done. They had the music, hugely important. The music is a huge part of what makes Star Wars so good. Like, if you watch Star Wars without music, it would be terrible. It would be a very boring experience. But the music makes some of the scenes. Like, imagine the TIE fighter scene, specifically like when they leave the Death Star, and the TIE fighters, like, if you just had pew, 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 and then they're flying around, it's a very boring scene if you don't have the da-da, da-da-da, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun, da-da, like it's essential to that scene. Like that scene without music is gonna be so boring. The music is a hugely important part of Star Wars and what made it such a big success. Yeah, there's no way this will compare to American Graffiti. Cinema is truly dead. Have you guys watched American Graffiti? I'd recommend it if you haven't. I did mention THX 1138 and like, oh yeah, that movie sucked. I have not actually seen it, alright? I will admit that. I just know that specifically that was one that critics liked because it was originally a short film at a film festival that George Lucas made. Then he got it made into a full movie. I think it had a different director though. Wasn't it Coppola? Coppola? Is that how you say it? It was someone else directed it, but George like was involved with it majorly. It wasn't until like American Graffiti he directed that. But yeah, I mentioned THX 1138. Haven't seen it. I know of it. I know it's sci-fi. But yeah, I do like American Graffiti. It's very good. Poor deaf people. What happened? What? You should use a Star Destroyer alarm sound as your alarm clock. Like the one that goes like bow, bow, bow. Like that? I don't know if I would like that. I just have a regular alarm clock. It goes and it's really annoying. Anyway. The sequel trilogy could have been decent if Episode 9 had actually built on continued ideas from Episode 8. Yes. Yes. But again, Disney was trying to appeal to the audience. They were trying to be crowd pleasers. They had some people saying, "Oh, I don't like The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi's bad." And they were like, "Okay, we're just gonna undo everything The Last Jedi did. Don't you like this?" No. No. Because they were trying to remake Episode 6 again. It's just, it makes me so upset. Because it's like, you could have built on the ideas in The Last Jedi. Just go all in. Full send it. Even if people don't like it, it would have been better. Anyway. Did George Lucas direct TXX? I know he directed the short film, but there was also the full movie, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. When and why did you decide to do YouTube as a job? Well, it's not really my job. It's not. I do make money off of it now, but it's not really my job. I have another job, and I make money, and I'm still in college to get a career eventually. But when did I decide to do YouTube? It's hard because it was kind of something I wanted to do back in like middle school, probably. I think that was before I made videos. So I was what? I was like, I'm trying to remember now. Like, I started in 2019, kind of. I think it was 2019 I started uploading videos as IARESMART, putting on the Storm Drum and doing stuff. So I was in high school by then. I think that was, yeah, I was definitely in high school by then. And, yeah, I just kept doing it, and it was something I had wanted to do because it's just fun to make videos and do stuff. Because there's so much different things you can do, and I've done so many different things over the years. So again, it was as soon as I started, it was like, dang, can't wait to make money on this, and that was what it was like 5 years before I saw a single cent, probably more. I think it was only like just last year I started to make money off YouTube. So, but yeah, no, It was always something I wanted to do. I don't know since how long, but no, it's yeah. So I don't know. I can't really give you an exact answer on that, but it's been something for a long time I've wanted to do. So if this does, I don't think there is a world where this ever becomes my job, unless Star Wars gets like super huge again, or if the second channel really takes off. But it's always it's nice to have a second source of income. Even if it's because it's fairly inconsistent. Like some months I'll make, like last month I made, I don't want to get too much into it, but I made a lot of money last month, and it was very nice. It was very nice to have that extra bit of money coming in. Simply because of the fact that I'm going to have to pay for my last year of college, and it's going to be really expensive. It's going to be big and expensive. So, yeah, I got that coming up. But anyway. Oh, another hot take. KOTOR is an extremely boring game. Yes, I will stand on this. I got so many people telling me to play KOTOR. I finally played it, and I'm like, this is so boring. I cannot get into it. I like, what was her name? Bastilla? Is that her name? She was cool. Apparently you can romance her. Cool. I kind of wanted to, I kept playing because I was like, I want to romance this character. That seems cool. I kind of figured out the plot twist. I only got like, I got into the game. I was in like a jungle planet or something where like there were these big trees, and I was like looking for something. I don't remember where it was. I met this. There was a new companion there, and he was kind of cool, I guess. Like the characters were all right, and they kept showing me flashbacks of like, oh, there's this Darth Revan character who just disappeared, and no one know what happened to him. And then you just randomly show up, and you're Force sensitive. So I'm like, okay, so I'm Darth Revan. Is that going to be the big plot twist? I didn't get to the point where they told me that, but I'm pretty sure that was the plot twist coming up. Anyway, then my save file corrupted, and I was like, well, screw this. I'm not starting over again. This game sucks. And then I just stopped playing. Anyway. I wonder if you're thinking of Coppola in the short documentary Lucas made about Coppola while making The Rain People. I don't know. I have to look at... I didn't look at it too closely. I'll have to look it up after this. I forgot. I don't know. I was looking at something, so... the fact you're wearing a Stormtrooper during this video was hilarious. Yeah. I thought about that when I started making this video. I'm like, wait, I'm making a react to Star Wars while wearing the Stormtrooper. There's a bit of irony in that, and also, like, when the Stormtroopers showed up in the trailer, I'm like, who are these guys? So, that was fun. Oh, there's romance. Okay. I'm curious how these characters will connect, how they're related. Yeah, that's a fun thing, to be able to, you know, that bit of, dramatic irony? Do you call it dramatic irony? I'm trying to remember which kind of irony that is. I think it's dramatic irony, because obviously the audience knows that Luke and Leia are related. But that was the thing, like, when they made the original Star Wars, that wasn't a decision. They didn't make the decision of Luke and Leia being siblings until The Last Jedi. I mean, Return of the Jedi, sorry. Return of the Jedi. Yeah, so... They were just like, that's why they kissed so many times, because they simply didn't decide that they were siblings until they were like, oh, that would be a really good plot point. But they kissed a bunch of times. That's kind of weird. So, funny Star Wars things. Alright, I like Star Wars. Whoa, buddy! Okay, buddy, that's a bit too hot of a hot take. You like Star Wars? Hold on, you can't say that around here. Yeah, there's no way this film will catch on. The CGI is terrible. The video quality is like, what is this, 1977? Come on, people, do better. I want 4K streamed right to my eyeballs. And that's another thing. People will pay to watch this. 5 months, it's gonna go straight to Disney Plus. Yeah, that is you know, on a serious note, it is kind of weird how like everything just goes to Disney Plus. Like I didn't even bother to see that that Captain America movie until I just like watched it on Disney Plus the other day. I'm like, oh. I'm glad I didn't go see this in the theater. It was kind of bad. So, yeah. I did go see the Fantastic Four movie, though. That was 2 days ago I went to go see that. I really liked that. I really did enjoy that. I'll talk a bit more about that at the end. Holy schmo, we've been making a fuss of all the plot holes in the sequel trilogy. I don't know, maybe this person was just being a bit over the top, but I like to imagine that this was someone who was like, wow, the prequels are so awesome and the sequels suck. And then they watched this video and were like, oh wait, the prequels are bad too. I don't know if that's actually what happened, but I like to imagine that's what happened. Anyway, that is the last comment we have for today. So I do want to talk about Fantastic Four for a bit, because I did go see that and I really liked it. Yeah, I'm not like I have a soft spot for the Fantastic Four. I watched the 2005 movie and then the Rise of the Silver Surfer. I like those. They're all right. They're not as bad as people say they are, I think. I rewatched them a bit before, you know, this new movie came out. I haven't seen the 2015 one, Say That Again? Huh? It's fantastic. Say that again? I haven't seen that one, because I know it's terrible. But yeah, no, I really did like this movie. I specifically love the aesthetics of it. I'm not going to talk about spoilers here, because I thought about making a video, but again, like with how well the last video I did, that was a movie where we didn't, I don't really care too much. But no, like I like the aesthetics of the movie. It was retro-futuristic, Atom Punk, very Fallout-esque. I like that a lot, and it worked really well because of the fact that the Fantastic Four are inherently kind of goofy, and you know they come from the 1960s, and that's kind of just ingrained in their DNA. So by putting them in a world separate from ours, that's more like the 1960s, with you know space exploration and other things going on, I think it worked a lot better. What is this? let's make Nikki Wish false fake news podcast on champagne. What? Put that stuff on autopilot. Wow, no comments of mine. Oh yeah, sorry, I guess I didn't feature any of your comments this month. Sorry about that, Tim. Anyway, but no, yeah, the Fantastic Four. I really liked it. I thought the Silver Surfer was hot. I was with Johnny on that one. I liked when he kept saying, when they kept talking about, I don't know what it is about metal women. You put like women in like metal helmets. I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. It's kind of a weird quality I have, but I'm just like dang, that's hot. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so yeah, that was cool. Even if her character was essentially just the same as the Silver Surfer from the older movie, was that 2007, I think. It was essentially the same. And then Galactus, instead of being a big cloud, was an actual guy, which was nice, but I still felt like it was just kind of, I'm Galactus, I eat planets, rah, and it's like, I feel like they could have developed him a bit better, personally. But that was like the only thing I had. I liked all the characters. I was a little disappointed because they didn't call them by their character names. They just said their actual names. Like, this is Sue Storm, this is Johnny Storm, this is Ben Grimm, this is Reed Richards. And they never said, like, Mr. Fantastic. I mean, they said Mr. Fantastic, but they never said the Human Torch, they never said Invisible Woman, they never said the Thing, and I'm like, what the heck? But I feel like all the characters got to do their own thing, and that was really good. It wasn't just like, these are the comic relief characters, these are the characters driving the story. They all were contributing in different ways, and that was really nice. And they all worked together, and it was just a very good movie. I thought it was going to have a darker, more depressing ending, and it didn't, which was kind of nice. So, yeah, it was very good. I enjoyed it, and it was like, Marvel, can you keep doing this? Can you keep making actually good movies? But I don't have my hopes up, because like next year we're getting Doomsday, which is apparently just going to be another Endgame where they're like, oh, we got the X-Men, we got the Fantastic Four, we got the Marvels, we got everybody, in the Avengers, we got everybody in this big movie, wow. And then they're still like writing it and filming it at the same time right now. It's just like, it's going to be a mess. Anyway, so yeah. What the heck are you talking about, bro? I'm talking about Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday. It's coming out next year or something, I think. Anyway, so yeah, Marvel. I keep watching it. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I like the Fantastic Four movie. It was good, and I hope they do more like it. It was a good standalone movie. I didn't feel like I had to watch a bunch of other movies to get it. It was nice. I enjoyed it. I liked it more than the Captain America movie I watched the other day. So yeah. Not you. What do you mean not you? What are you talking about? The other guy. Oh, the other person in the comments. Yeah, I'm not really paying attention. What the heck? Trevith Smith has a comment that says Trevith. Okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to go now. What time is it? Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. Not that I'm on like a super important timetable, but I do have a video I need to work on. I got a video I'm working on for the IARESMART channel. Should be pretty big. And yeah, so this is it. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you all who watched on the VOD if you did. Hope you enjoyed. Hope I read your comment. Maybe I couldn't have read all your comments, but I read a lot of comments. There was a lot of them. So